Hello and welcome to Recap the podcast with me, Lucy Wheeler. Recap stands for Research in Education, Child Development and Parenting, and our mission is to embrace everyone and make everyone feel at home and part of a supportive community. Here on the podcast, you will find stories from parents, child development professionals, researchers, early childhood educators, and many, many more. So pop on those headphones while you walk the dog, grab a snippet during your lunch break or while your baby sleeps, and enjoy listening to some incredible stories from some truly amazing people. Welcome to Recap. Hello and a huge warm welcome today to my guest Shingi Kandi, who I'm very excited to chat to today about outdoor learning and children with additional needs. So before we head into that, I just want to tell you a little bit more about our guest. Shingi is a PhD student conducting research on embedding outdoor learning in special schools for pupils with complex, severe, profound, multiple learning disabilities, often abbreviated to CSPMLD. And his research is focused in England. He is knowledgeable through lived experience and studies in areas of safety and inclusion for those with disabilities, Black and minority ethnic, and young people. Prior to his current PhD position, Shingi worked as a full-time teacher in prison education for the HMP Prison Service. In addition to this, he has worked as a residential support worker to children with disabilities, receiving an award for showing outstanding commitment to providing the best care to young people. Shingi completed an MSc dissertation based on support for ethnic minority entrepreneurs and received a Reverend Jesse Jackson Award for promoting integration on campus at Montfort University in Leicester. What an incredibly inspiring bio, absolutely amazing. So it's my absolute pleasure to welcome Shingi to the podcast today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's a lovely day. It's looking great outside. So,
It
yeah, always love a sunny day in England.
Doesn't it just like lift your mood, makes you so much
Oh,
happier,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
makes you happy. Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
you really, really happy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to start with a huge congratulations to you as you are expecting your first child with your wife, who is currently 20 weeks pregnant. This is incredible news.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling about becoming a first time dad?
It's so surreal. You can't really explain it.
Yeah.
I remember when we first found out that she's pregnant. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it's like in phases. So there was the first trimester where you
Yeah.
do the first scan,
Hmm.
and then you go for the 20-week scan, which we actually had yesterday.
Okay.
And it's another moment, like it's another phase where you find
Yeah.
out the gender, you find out the baby's healthy, is growing
Yeah.
well, and everything. So yeah, it's exciting. I can't wait.
I bet it's been a real kind of roller coaster of emotions for both of you.
Oh yes, it has been, especially when she's having to rest more.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be like, "Are you sure you're not putting it on?" So you just don't want me to do more things. So, but I was talking to a lot of friends and colleague and family. You get to see that that's actually she needs to rest a lot more. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm having to do a lot more around the house, so it's fine.
Having
Yeah,
to step up your game.
I know. Yeah.
Oh no, that's incredible. And is
Yeah.
she doing well throughout the pregnancy as well? Is she enjoying it?
Oh, she's loving it.
Yeah.
The first trimester again was a bit more challenging. A lot more throwing up. I got a lot of running. I put my workout in running to get a bowl for her to vomit in. So,
I'm loving the
so
positive spin you're putting on this. I fit in my workout whilst I'm running to get her the things
I
she
don't,
needs.
yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, you just hear Shingy ball. So I just
Oh
go run,
no.
get a ball, and then bring it back in. So
See, you are already being a top parent because that multitasking is something that you're going to have to get used to. So you're obviously already
yeah,
there.
yeah. So
Oh no, that's
yeah, so
awesome.
so it's exciting. Yeah, so it's an exciting experience. Yeah.
Yes, so it's all prep time now, all ready for a due
Yeah.
date.
So it's all shopping and starting to look around, and
Yeah.
we're looking to start decorating a nursery room. So everything is all kind of coming together
Mm,
nice and slowly. So yeah.
yeah, we still got a little bit more time yet, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. So the baby's due in end of September. So
Okay, lovely.
yeah, yeah.
What are you most looking forward to, do you think, about embarking onto being a parent?
I'm looking to. A lot of people say that your life is gonna change entirely.
Yeah,
Just having someone that's fully dependent on you,
yeah,
and also sometimes it can bring in an extra motivation for you to work harder, to be more productive,
absolutely.
because you want to make sure that you provide the best care for the child. You provide everything for that child. You make the world
Mm,
better for that child. So I
yeah.
think I'm looking to all of that really. I'm thinking, I'll probably need more. That would be another, motivation booster for my PhD to kind of work harder and stuff. So
And we need lots of those motivations, don't we, when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah, yeah,
PhD?
yeah, yeah. You need a lot of motivation because a lot of
Yes,
times it's just like, what am I? Why am I doing this? Do I have to
it's
do it? So
absolutely, it's tough.
yeah,
And actually, so that actually leads me on to my first question with you is around your PhD. So you're doing your doctorate at Anglia Ruskin University, and for this,
yeah,
you're exploring outdoor learning and special needs at special
yeah,
schools. Sorry, can you tell us a
yeah.
little bit more about what exactly it is you're doing for your research and why you chose to come into this sort of field?
Okay, so I always wanted to do a PhD. That's one of the reasons why I came over to England
Okay,
from Zimbabwe. I wanted to pursue postgraduate studies, so I did my first degree in Zimbabwe,
right.
and then I thought, "Oh, I want to do a master's, but I wanted to do it abroad just to get that international experience." So
Hmm.
obviously, you had choices on the English speaking countries. You've got the USA to consider. You've got Canada, Australia, UK, but I ended up in England and I did my master's in England, in Leicester.
Right.
And then I thought, why not just go one step further and do a PhD?
Why not?
So,
Why not just add
yeah, why not?
on?
Yeah, yeah. So and I thought it would be a great experience to then go back home, just having fulfilled all the academic journey. And then I thought, I'll do a PhD while I'm here in England. And then I started to do one. I was self-funded, but then obviously it was more challenging as a self-funded
Yeah,
student.
yeah,
So so I ended up not completing that, and then I worked, but I always wanted to do one. And then I saw an advert in here from Anglia Ruskin University,
yeah,
of advertising this research project, and I thought, oh, I always wanted to do one, and this
yeah,
topic is really speaks to me, because at the time I was working as a full-time teacher
yeah.
in education. So I then thought, you know what, I fit in education, I fit in social care. Let me try apply for this scholarship and see if I can, bring in something that from my lived experience, and try, make an impact with this research. So that's
Hmm.
how I ended up just applying for it. And then I don't know what they were thinking, but they decided to give me the position. So I was like, "Are you sure?" They're
So
like,
now
"Yeah,
you've
yeah,
got to
yeah,
deliver the goods.
yeah, yeah, yeah." So I then got the position. That was like in 2021,
Okay.
2021, and then and then I started. Oh wait, that was 2022. I'm getting COVID mixed up now. So
We all do it,
yeah,
don't
so
worry.
yeah, yeah. So I started in 2022. Then I got the position, and yeah, it's been an exciting journey. It's a great team at Anglia Ruskin University. They're very supportive, and I've met great colleagues like yourself. So yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
No, it's amazing doing the whole PhD process, isn't it? And the teams that you
yeah,
get to work and support around you are
yeah,
are really good and really helpful.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so no, I'm enjoying it. So the research that I saw was obviously embedding outdoor learning in special schools,
Hmm.
and it's a topic I always wanted to explore. It felt like it's something that we need to do more, especially considering that it was around COVID time.
Right.
We were just coming off, so because prior COVID, we always knew about outdoors and indoors, but sometimes it wasn't that amplified. But
Yeah,
when the COVID happened and we were told or everybody to stay indoors, all of a sudden there was that massive craving of outdoor.
to be
So
outdoors. Yeah.
yeah, to be outdoors. So I thought, oh, because we had spent months and months because we're not sure what COVID was like.
Mm,
If you just step outside, you catch it in the air or something like that. It was just a new experience for everyone.
yeah.
So so yeah, so when I saw, so obviously outdoors it started, to be in the vocabulary quite a lot more, especially when they started to relax the lockdown in phases,
Yeah.
where you start, they started to allow you to go outdoors for a walk, and then it became, right, you can meet in your cluster, maybe the two of you or the three of you, six of you, and so on. And then so I became more aware of like the importance of outdoor at the time. And when I saw this opportunity, and obviously that it was being, how they wanted to apply it how it's being applied in special schools, I thought,
Mhm.
let me try and research this area a bit more and try and learn a bit more around it as well. So yeah, that's when I sort of like applied for the position. Yeah.
Brilliant. So then the hard work really started. What?
Yeah, the hard work started. Yeah.
So you're must be about 18 months into it now.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm 18 months. Yeah, yeah. I've done my first year, got my upgrade confirmation as an actual PhD student.
Yay!
Uh, and then so I did that last year, so that was brilliant. And then now I'm at the data collection phase. So yeah,
Exciting
so
bit.
that's the thing. Yeah, it's the exciting bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Having to sort of like speak with the schools and everything. So yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
exciting.
So what exactly are you doing as part of the project? What data are you trying to collect? What are you trying to find out? How does it look as a
Okay.
project?
So the what I'm actually looking at is I'm looking at the concept of outdoor learning itself, like what it is, what it involves, and then I look at special schools, like what are they actually doing,
Hmm.
and then I look at how do they then embed outdoor learning within the schools, if they do embed any outdoor learning.
Okay.
Is it something that they embedded within the curriculum, or is it something that just happens, sporadically? It's nothing planned. They just follow.
Yeah.
If, oh, let's, it looks nice outside, let's go outside. Or is it something that they actually plan within the curriculum when they plan the curriculum for the year?
Hmm.
So I look at all of that, and I look at the impact it actually has for the children, because special schools, they normally cater for children with additional learning needs. So I look at, all right, so is there any impact of outdoor learning for children with additional learning needs, especially considering that some of them might have sensory issues?
Hmm.
So it's quite a sensitive topic around it to try and consider.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I look at, when they if they do outdoor learning, what are the benefits for the children with the additional learning needs, and if they do, what are the challenges also of
Yeah.
children, of trying to embed outdoor learning within the school? What are the challenges that they experience in doing that? So yeah, for
Yeah.
the school as well as for the child. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess if you're not aware of the challenges, then you can't support to improve
Yeah,
the outcomes and the impact,
exactly.
can you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
So how are you collecting your data on this? So you said you're speaking to schools, is that right?
So how I'm collecting data is I am going to do interviews. So I'll do interviews with the school staff. I said school staff because I didn't want to sort of like restrict it to just teachers, because I'm aware
Of
that
course. Yeah.
there is the Senko there. They also support children. You've got the TAs, the
Hmm.
teaching assistants, they support as well. So you find that it's a larger team. So
Yeah,
if you just say
absolutely.
teachers, then you're just saying, well, teachers are the only ones that care, that do stuff with
Yeah.
children. So
No, good for you. It's really nice
yeah,
to
but
acknowledge that whole
y-
team around the teacher as well, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. So I'm doing school stuff, and then I see how do they support with outdoor learning. Uh, and then because you also think about if they do like a school trip, it's part of outdoor learning. So you've got the
Okay.
driver as well to think about.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so it's quite a larger people involved in outdoor learning. So I look at all of that. So I'm interviewing the school staff, and then I'm also planning to interview parents as well, or
Okay.
guardians,
Yeah.
just to hear their insights as well, what they think the impact is having. With is the impact translating to home?
Yeah.
Can they see the benefits? Or is it something like that make the children worry? You know, if they know that, right, we've got an outdoor activity tomorrow, how are they looking forward to it? Like at
Mhm.
home, are they looking forward to it? Are they sort of like scared? Is it something where they sort of like confide in the parents to say, "Oh, I can't believe we're doing that tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
anxious about it. I'm nervous." Or, "Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I can't wait."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm going to interview parents as well, and guardians. Yeah, and then I'll do observations of the children to
Okay.
see for myself what the you know if the school staff what they're saying is true, and if what the parents are saying is true. So I also do an observation to see how the children are actually engaging
Mhm.
within the outdoor activity that they're doing. So yeah.
So you're kind of coming at it from all different angles in that sense then, aren't
Yes.
you?
Yeah, so I'm trying to take into account everybody's experience with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And how many schools are you looking to is it just with a single school, or are you doing multiple schools?
So originally, I wanted to do two schools so that I have a bit of, like a comparative analysis as well, where you see, so at first I wanted to do one school in an urban setting and
Right.
then another school in a rural setting. However, I started to realize that some of these schools, because some of them are specialist schools, so they cater for both urban and rural.
Right.
And it's like in a catchment area, they probably have a wide pool of students from
Yeah.
all different areas. So I ended up not looking into urban or rural. I just thought, I'll just look at two schools, whether from urban or rural, and then I see what the experiences are. So yeah, so I'm looking at two. However, it's been challenging, I won't lie, to sort of like get access to schools because
Has it?
a lot of time, yeah, it has been. Because I don't know, some obviously some school staff think, oh, it's more work, it's extra work and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been challenging, but yeah, but you do find other schools that are willing to work with you to because they feel like it's important topic. So yeah,
Hmm. No, definitely.
yeah,
And I guess as well,
yeah,
as with, any school, the staff are hugely overworked anyway. So
yeah,
I imagine, I mean, my experience in a special school, I did when I was doing my undergraduate degree, I did my placement in a special school. And
yeah,
so I did my 6 month placement there. And then I stayed on for a few months after that as bank staff because I absolutely loved my time there. It was so much fun.
yeah,
But it was one of the most challenging and exhausting periods of teaching that I've ever done, because it's just every day was different. And because when I did
yeah,
my placement, because my degree was in early childhood, so my placement was done in the early years.
yeah,
Section of the school. And then when I went on to bank staff, I was then anywhere in the school. So went right up to the college end, up to 21 as well. So I was I'd get in
wow,
the
that's
morning and
amazing.
it was
Yeah,
brilliant. And I learned so much.
yeah,
And I'd get in the morning, they'd be like, right, you're in this class today. And in something like a special school, this was a moderate to severe disability school as well. So I would
mm,
walk into the classroom in the morning and they'd have to give me a lowdown on the children that were in the class, their needs,
yeah,
anything that I needed to be aware of. There were some children that had particular behaviours that I needed to be aware of for my own safety and things like
yeah,
that. So I kind of felt like that the second I walked into the classroom in the morning, I was heightened and I was just like on the ball and I was like, right, I need to be aware, hyper aware of everything. And then the next
yeah,
day I'd be in a completely different classroom and have to do it all over again. So I think being like a bank member of staff in a special school, I feel like it's very challenging because you don't
yeah,
have that that kind of, this is my fixed classroom, these are the children, I know them inside out, I know exactly, you're kind of put here, there, and everywhere. But
Yeah.
I think there are things that I learned in that period of time doing that placement that I couldn't have learnt from a textbook. I think my experiential learning in there was super important to my development as an educational person.
Yeah.
And secondly, like I feel like that experience was something that I wouldn't ever experience outside of that sort of setting. And
Yeah.
I found so many benefits from it. But I stopped doing the bank stuff after a period of time because I was absolutely exhausted, and it was an incredibly stressful job, and I needed
Yeah.
another placement for my following year anyway. It needed to be a different type of setting, but I kind of found a new understanding and respect for people that work in those sorts of settings, because
Yeah.
it's I just felt so exhausted, like emotionally, physically, everything,
Mm,
all the time.
mm,
So I imagine schools like that, they're already working at a huge capacity with huge responsibilities of not just kind of the education of their children, but the health and the care
yeah.
of them as well. So coming in and asking, can I do research with you? I imagine some places are a bit like, we don't have time for anything
Yeah,
like
to be
that.
fair, yeah. When you put it like that, and you're absolutely right. Because I've worked in the social care industry before, and I've worked with children with special educational needs before.
Yeah.
You start to realize that fair enough, fair enough. You don't go, you don't take it to heart. You just understand that it's okay. It's okay. Maybe you are feeling overworked and overwhelmed with having to do all of that, and just
Yeah.
one more thing to do is just you don't have the capacity to do that. So which
Yeah.
is fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But equally,
Yeah,
in order to better
yeah,
support settings like that, you need to do
yeah,
the research, don't you? So it's a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
bit
yeah,
of a
yeah,
situation, isn't it? But I'm really pleased
yeah,
that you've managed to find a couple of settings that are happy to work with you. And
yeah.
yeah,
So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking for. It's a great team as well. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to working with them and everything. So yeah, because they want to sort of like they want to have that. They believe in the research. They want to sort of like try and create a positive impact, like to try and help policy as well. To see if they can feed into, make their voices heard, so that what they're experiencing, the
mm,
benefits, the challenges, and to try and get more government support. Yeah,
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 definitely. So you speak about working with children, and we use this abbreviation of CSPMLD, which is a very very long for an abbreviation, but it encompasses a lot of different things, doesn't it? Can you explain the
yeah.
term a little more, and just kind of what kind of things would encompass under this term?
So CPMLD, which stands for Complex, Severe, Profound, and Multiple Learning Disabilities, it's a term that was coined, and it sort of like encompasses. It's the most severe type of learning disability.
Right,
And what it means, usually in layman's terms, is just that it's a child who is experiencing more than one disability
right,
going on at the same time. And sometimes it can affect the way they communicate, it can affect the way they interact with others, or it can affect their independence on how they can work on their own in certain things, or they rely on someone else to support them with it. So it is, or it could be that they've got visual impairments,
right.
as well as they can't walk as well at the same time. So it just simply means that you've got more than one additional learning support that you need at the same time.
Okay,
And then, so that's what it means. So it's the more severe end of learning disabilities.
okay.
So yeah, yeah.
And the schools that you're working with, they specialize in supporting these types of children.
Yes, yes. So yeah, so the schools that I've been looking for, I suppose maybe that's why it's been challenging as well to sort of like
Yeah,
find the schools. Yeah, because a lot of them is more specialist, where they sometimes cater for those who are more autistic. Some cater for like severely autistic. Some cater for a certain type of additional learning needs. So yeah, so all the schools that I'm looking for, they cater for children with the complex learning needs.
Hmm.
Usually, the more popular term is just PMLD.
Okay.
I think that's the one that's on the NHS website. If you
Right.
search, you find that they only has PMLD. It's for me the complex severe. I think it was just a way to sort of like more emphasize more the type of children I'm looking for
Yeah.
within this research. Yeah, so the more popular term, I think that's on the NHS website is PMLD.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
CS at the beginning, was that something that you added, or is that still a term that's used
It,
in its
it, it's
entirety?
still a term. Yeah, it's
Oh,
still a term that's used. Yeah.
okay.
However, it's sort of like with certain publications and certain. Yeah. However, the PMLD is the one that's like on the NHS website
Yeah.
when you look at different learning disabilities. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so while we're talking about terminology, I just want to touch upon the term outdoor learning as well and what exactly this means. Because I think some people would look at outdoor learning and think, oh, it's things like forest school. Could it be
Yeah.
something going to the park? Does it need to be a
Okay.
lesson that is just outside of the classroom? Like, what, in terms of your research, because I know that obviously different people have different opinions on terminology and things like that, but linked with your
Yeah.
research, what do you mean by outdoor learning?
Okay. So I think it's a very, very good point that you pointed out there because sometimes wherever I've been, and people usually ask you, "Oh, so what do you do?" And then I tell them, "Oh, I'm a PhD researcher." And then they ask you, "Oh, so what are you researching?" And then you say, "I'm researching outdoor learning in special schools." They'll always go, "Oh, forest school, like
Yeah, yeah.
forest." So so so, so you find that a lot of people just assume outdoor learning is forest school, but there is a difference, which I've got to sort of like see that all right, there is a difference. And
Yeah,
like you said as well, there's a massive debate on which school of thought you go to because people are always coming up with different school of thoughts.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, so for me, yes, outdoor learning and forest school, both of them are learning approaches that involve learning in outdoor environments. So
mhm,
it is a common. So, but however, outdoor learning is more an umbrella term that encompasses a broad spectrum of activities that take
okay,
place outdoors. Yeah, aimed at enriching the educational experience across various subjects. So it could be maths. It doesn't have to just be physical education like PE,
yeah,
or because I found that as well when I said, "Oh, outdoor learning." Some thought I mean PE, and I
yeah.
thought, well, not necessarily. And then something for a school, I'm like, well, not necessarily. So, so yeah, so it is a term that I find that it's a more umbrella term that encompasses all these multiple activities that take place outdoors, of which forest school is one of them.
Yeah,
So forest school is a type of outdoor learning.
right,
So it's a specialist type of outdoor learning.
yeah,
And then you have PE is its own specialist area. And then you find school trips, garden activities, outdoor sports, camping trips, even playground learning.
yeah.
All of those are multiple, yeah, nature walks. All of those are different types of activities that occur in outdoor learning.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't even consider something like a school trip. I mean, now you've said it, of course, it makes sense. Yes, that they're learning outside of the educational setting that they kind of
yeah,
go to. But I didn't kind of make that connection of something like a school trip being classed under that umbrella as outdoor learning. So you really
yeah,
do kind of have to think a bit more broadly, don't you, when you're thinking about it like
yeah.
that?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole point that you start to realize, because even in all fairness, some of even when I was talking to some teachers, I remember I was having a conversation with a maths teacher, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking at outdoor learning," and then the teacher was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get in touch with the PE teacher." And I
Yeah,
thought, well, what about yourself?
yeah,
Because you are part of the support. Do you do anything? You are doing outdoor learning. You might have not thought that you are doing it,
yeah,
but if you've so like, all right, guys, let's go outside. Let's just count how many. trees there are if you're teaching counting in maths, and then just going out there teaching. It is a type of outdoor learning. So,
Hmm.
and then I was like, oh, I was like, yes, that is
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So you find out, oh, there's all these misconceptions where people just think, oh, if it's outdoors, it's for a school, or it's you're
Hmm.
doing PE. Yeah, but they don't think that, right? Even school trips or anything like that is part of outdoor learning. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it can be any subject. Yeah, it can be any subject. It doesn't have to be just specific subjects. It could be any subject that you try and embed outdoors. Yeah, to try and teach that subject. Yeah.
That's really interesting. I think you're right. That initial link straight away to Forest School. I think Forest School had a lot of airtime, hasn't it? Lots of people have been made
Yeah.
aware of it, especially over the recent years. But it's a whole kind of separate approach. It's got its own principles and everything like that, hasn't it? So it, like you say,
Yeah.
it's an approach of under the umbrella of outdoor learning. But because it's been so prevalent in a lot of
Yeah.
literature and it's been
Mm,
brought into many schools and there have been kind of
mm,
separate forest schools being set up. So I think that's people's
mm,
natural go-to is, oh, outdoor
mm.
learning. Oh, that's when people do forest school. So
Yeah.
I think your
Yeah.
research is really important because it's really highlighting that actually outdoor learning can happen in any place with any lesson, any curriculum.
Yeah.
You just need
Yeah.
to kind of open your mind to how to adapt whatever it is that you're teaching to it. And I think, some teachers may be very, what's the word I'm looking for, just have been teaching for such a long time, so they're well settled in their routines of what they're doing and the things that they have to do for the curriculum and the boxes they have to tick and things like that, that actually they don't realize that some of the stuff they're doing is outdoor learning, or they don't
Yeah.
realize that actually a lot of the stuff they're doing can be adapted to incorporate outdoor learning.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right, and those are the things that I'm also hoping to find out when I actually do the interviews. So, like, hoping to find out more of these insights. That are they more aware of, outdoor learning? Is it something that they plan to do?
Yeah.
If they don't, look at what activities they are currently doing, and then to maybe make them realize that, oh, did you know that you are actually doing outdoors?
Yeah.
It's part of outdoor learning, or you can adapt this to do into outdoor learning as well, to try and enrich the experience
Mm.
for the students and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, no, it is exciting, and I'm looking forward to hear more, obviously, from the actual teacher, well, school staff, teachers, learning support assistants, Senko, all of those. I'm looking to hear more of the experience,
Mm.
what they think, and what
Hmm.
actually happens on the field. Is it something that they talk about, or is it something that they just, you know, they've got other things to talk about?
Yeah, no, I think it will be really insightful when you get to that stage. At this point in your research, you said you were going to look at kind of what outdoor learning is and like the benefits and things like that. Have you hit that stage yet where are you able to tell us some of the benefits of outdoor learning? Is that something that you've done yet?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, most of, obviously, up to this point is mainly been literature. So reading around, what the academic papers say,
Yeah.
what the government, literature says, what different institutions literature says, different charity reports what they say, and you do see that there is a wide range of benefits that sort of like keep coming up, and some of them include, I know, sensory stimulation.
Hmm.
So literature suggests that, like, natural environments provide a rich array of sensory stimuli. So you've got sounds, you're having to use, the sounds outdoor, the birds singing, the little insects, crickling
Yeah.
and all of that. You got textures, different smells. Imagine the smell of mud, or the
Yeah.
smell of grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, all of that. It's completely different smells.
And we know as adults as well, like if you're stressed, say for argument's sake, you're stuck at your desk for like 3 hours and you're stressed and you've got a headache, just going out for a walk and smelling
Yeah.
that grass and things like that. I
Yeah.
mean, it sounds silly, but it works, doesn't it? It instantly
Yeah, it's
calms
like,
you. And
yeah,
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 absolutely.
yeah, yeah. So you got all of those, obviously, sight. Sometimes if you're just staring at a screen and, just going out there, just looking far wide, because outdoors, you can imagine, is just stretches. Especially if you're near a woodland area, it just goes as
Yeah.
far as your eyes can see. So sometimes it helps even with that, so you've got a lot of stimuli that's working,
Hmm.
and obviously it helps with physical development as well. Imagine activities like walking on an even ground, reaching for the leaves and picking up sticks, all of this can improve your motor skills
Okay.
and help your coordination and balance and things like that. Some people, it's like coordination. I'm sure we've met some friend somewhere that
Mm.
that probably the coordination is not probably not the
I think
best.
that friend is me.
So yeah, but you find that it helps with that because you're having to do a lot of coordination and balance and things like playing on trees and trying to do this activity and that. And like what you said as well, it helps make you calmer,
Yeah.
because you're exposed to all of this. Earlier on, we spoke about how lovely it is outside
Yeah, that's true.
and just how it improves your mood. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
already there, yeah. So already we know that. Oh, we could go outside and just enjoy the sun
yeah,
and everything. So it does help a lot. Yeah, and social interaction as well, because you're having to play with others and that positive interaction. It's more relaxed as well. You're having sharing a giggle, talking about what you're seeing outside. It just helps with that social interaction
mm,
and communication as well. And yeah, so it is. You'll find that there's quite a lot of benefits and even cognitive development. So sometimes, especially when you've learned some science subject on plants and trees, and then you go out there, you see them in real life, and you get to experience. It
yeah.
sort of like just helps you visualize everything, and it brings what you've learned in theory like into practice, and it just helps all of that. Yeah, so there is quite a lot of benefits with it.
Yeah, and I guess with what you're saying there as well, we have to acknowledge as teachers and people that work with children, and parents as well, we have to acknowledge that every person has a different learning style and a different way that they
Yeah,
receive education best. So
yeah,
going out and experiencing the learning, having that experiential learning opportunity and being able to feel and touch and associate, like you say, what they've read in a book or what they've been told in a classroom, and actually going out there and physically touching, feeling, smelling, seeing it, it really
yeah,
helps, I guess, to solidify that learning
mm,
and really
yeah,
embed it, I guess,
mm,
like
yeah.
into their
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah. No, it is. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And like also when you think about not just the learning styles, but also when you think in this context of my research, we're looking at children with additional learning needs. So you
Yeah.
can imagine that there's also some with ADHD. Some of them they just love just doing stuff out there. So
Hmm.
when you take them out there, it's just amazing. You've brought them where they can really learn something. I remember I was presenting this research. I forgot what event it was, but after I presented, and one of the parents in the audience, there was a parent in the audience, came up to me afterwards, and they were like, what, oh, good luck with your research, all the best with it. I was like, oh,
Oh,
thank you. They're like, because I've got a child with an additional learning need, and they've been taking them to forest schools. And he said
oh,
that it's been, yeah, he said it's just been, it really helped with
yeah,
helping manage his, the learning need. So I was like, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing when you hear experiences like that.
yeah.
It's like, yeah,
It's good to see when stuff like that works and you can actually see
yeah,
you can see the impact. I know
yeah,
you're looking for the impact in your research, and when you actually hear the story of somebody that's actually
yeah,
benefiting from it, that must kind
yeah,
of give you another bit of motivation to go, yes, right, we need to press on and
yeah.
keep doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, there's no doubt that there's benefits.
Yeah.
It helps your well-being, helps everything. Your connection with nature, creativity, imagination, even just that personal independence, the problem-solving skill. Like if you're walking, if you see, because some of them, as you can imagine, just the ability to walk, because outdoor you can never predict what's in, there's might be barriers, like there's a log
Yeah.
on your way. How do you go about it? So obviously for us it's like different, but for someone with additional learning need, it might be a task to then think, right, okay, how do I get past this log that's in my way? Just the
Hmm.
problem solving of going around it and doing all of that. It just helps them with all that independence and personal, skills and stuff. So it is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely hear the real benefits of it. So
Yeah.
for anyone listening who either works with children with complex needs or who maybe is a parent at home with a child with complex needs, what can they do with outdoor learning, both at home or in a school kind of setting, to help encourage that? Are there things that they can easily implement?
Right. So in the obviously the both whether home or at school setting, the first thing is always to make sure that it's safe. Make sure that you've got an understanding of the learning needs that the child has. Because yes, although it might be brilliant, but sometimes it might be challenging, especially for some with sensory issues. It might be overwhelming
Yeah.
to go outdoors. So it's also to have that understanding of what the type of learning need is,
Hmm.
and then if they're okay to go outdoors and it's safe for them, make sure there's the access arrangements in place for them to do that. If you're in a school setting, you've got the right disabled ramps that are in there, everything. The floor is quite okay. If they fall on the floor, it's quite safe for them. And yeah, just to facilitate the right environment, that everything is in place, the accessibility is there in a school setting, the floor and everything is all safe. And then just let them be, let them play, let them explore. It's more like you facilitate, but don't, just let them explore, let them do what they want, and just kind of be present, but at the same time invisible. Just, stay
Mm.
quietly in the background, let them just explore, let them just have that free reign. And for parents, I'll say it's the same thing. Obviously, we cherish our little babies, and for me, obviously, my wife is pregnant. I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait to meet that kid, and you just want to protect that kid,
Yeah.
do whatever you can for that kid. But so it's also like to say, we know that we care for them, but when you're outdoors, sometimes just let them explore. Yes, just facilitate that opportunity for them, but let them explore.
Hmm.
And they can fall on the ground. It's okay. You just pick them up and say it's okay. Give the little kiss on the knee where they fall, and then let them play again and stuff. I think it's quite beneficial, and try do stuff with them, because I know we set examples as parents as well. Like sometimes with technology, with the phone, with the iPads,
Yeah.
sometimes it's easy to just just be on your iPad or phone all day, and they look at that and they're thinking, oh, okay, that's the way. So sometimes if you go out with them for a walk, it's fine. If you've got lovely pets, I've got a lovely dog. He's somewhere in the room, somewhere in the house.
It's nice and
uh
quiet.
so,
I
yeah, yeah,
definitely couldn't have
he's
my
somewhere
dog sitting in the room.
I know, I know he's somewhere in the house, but he's a little old dog anyway. So
No.
he spends most of his time sleeping. So yeah, so I would encourage like parents who've got pets or anything, like when you take them, got a dog walk or anything, go
Yeah.
with your children, let them explore the nature. And it's not something that mommy and daddy does, to just take the dog on a walk. Go with your children and go with them. Just
Yeah.
let them, do all of that. Participate outdoors and go museums, to the park and everything. Try do activities around the weekend and stuff like that. Yeah, so I would encourage that definitely.
Yeah, and I think what you were saying about kind of giving them the freedom to explore
Yeah,
and take risk, and that kind of, I remember doing a lot of reading, I think it was last year, around risky play, and that kind of has the same element of it, of, you
yeah,
providing enough risk for them to learn how to manage
yeah,
risk themselves and how to build their resilience and how to experience it, but within that safe parameters of, you are there to keep them safe ultimately. But
yeah,
if
yeah,
they were going to walk along that log and slip and fall off,
yeah,
it's encouraging that this is okay, as long as it's, not dangerous or anything like that. So I think that
yeah, exactly.
ties in
Yeah,
quite nicely with the outdoor learning as well, and risky play
yeah,
and
yeah,
things like that.
yeah.
No, definitely.
definitely encourage that. Like, parents, like it's okay, because especially we remember when we were growing up, we used to love playing outdoors.
Climbing
So,
trees,
I know,
pulling down trees.
I mean,
Yeah,
a lot has changed, but but it was. I used to love it. I remember I
yeah,
used to love it. Yeah,
yeah.
just you just can't wait to go out and meet with your friends and just go on that swing on the tree and do all sorts.
It's a different world now, isn't it? And, with all of
Yeah,
the things that children have access to now, it
yeah,
can be more appealing to, stay indoors and do whatever activity rather than be outside. And it was different
yeah,
life for us because we didn't have all of
yeah,
that. So it was either
yeah,
you watch TV or you go outside. Those were kind of your options, or you read a book. So yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it'd be great to get more people loving the outside again. I do think we're
yeah.
having a shift. I do think there is a shift, and people are getting more aware of the
I
benefits of
agree.
being outside, especially with the kind of more discussions around mental health and things like that. People
I
are
agree.
aware of how beneficial being outside is for your mental health, whether you're a child or an adult.
Yeah,
I do think we're making changes, but being able to go in and look at a setting like you are and saying, right, how are you embedding this? Are you embedding this? This is what you can do. I mean, is the plan with the project to create some recommendations of support? What's the kind of overall plan in terms of helping the settings afterwards?
yeah. So the overall plan is to obviously first and foremost to try and help with practice, teaching practice within the schools setting. Like, how can we better our practice as education providers. So whether you teach in a school, whether you teach at home, in any setting that you're teaching, how can you better practice? So it's to that's the sort of like future. Have a publication, sort of like a paper or some sort of publication with recommendations and
Yeah.
suggestions of what we can do, and also try and support policy as well on how they can increase their budgets to try and support parents and as well as schools with education provision, outdoor provision. So yeah,
Brilliant. Oh, it sounds amazing. So that's absolutely brilliant. Just before we finish off, I just want to touch upon your role that you had previously as a residential support worker to children with disabilities. This sounds
yeah.
like it would have been such a rewarding job. Can you tell us a little bit about that role and how you came about doing that?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. So again, I think I actually got the job because I was looking for because I was a tutor. I was working as a tutor, and
Okay.
then COVID happened, so I couldn't go in people's homes anymore. So
Yeah.
so I had to change. Probably COVID did change a lot of things, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I then thought, right, let me look for a job. And then I sort of looked around and I stumbled upon obviously a residential support worker. And I thought, let me, give it a go. Went for my training and everything. I absolutely loved it because all it was providing care for children, and in a home. You're providing a home for them.
Okay.
It is their home. It is their home in a sense, and you come to their home, and you help maintain that homely environment in there, making sure that you take them for appointments wherever they need to go. You take them to the park. You take them to everywhere. You provide all the care, the educational care, the everything. You make sure that you encourage them, you support them. So I really enjoyed it. And you work with the schools as well to make sure that the child is developing well, and they're having all their needs met. So I loved it, and my role was basically making sure that if I used to do school drop-offs,
Right.
so I'll take them to school and then pick them up after, and then you plan activities with them, what they want to do. If they want to go to the park, you take them to the park, make sure they're safe there and everything. You
Yeah.
bring them back home. The evening routine, yeah. So I used to enjoy it, and
Yeah.
it was just about making sure that they have a great experience growing up, and they are developing and having all their needs met. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have what they call the nine gold standards of care. So everything it meets that criteria. So make sure that you tick every box that the child
Hmm.
is having that. Yeah. So Yeah.
It
Yeah,
sounds
no,
like so much fun.
yeah, and then obviously if they making sure that you don't have any triggers, because I used to work with those with additional learning needs. So sometimes you make sure that, to be fair, even if they don't have additional needs, some children that are in care, they've experienced something traumatic.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just about supporting and trying to make sure that you don't have anything in place that might trigger
Hmm.
them to kind of be upset, uh,
Yeah.
and to try and learn all de-escalating techniques as well, to try and, if you see that, right, they're starting to get upset, to try and, help them to sort of like de-escalate the situation,
Mm.
take them for a drive, yeah, just reassure them everything is okay and everything. So yeah, and I used to
Mm.
love it. Yeah, yeah,
It sounds like quite a complex role, though. That it sounds like there's lots
yeah,
of components that come into it. It's not just a case of going and having fun with the young people, making them happy. Like
yeah,
there,
yeah,
like you say, if there's either complex needs or trauma involved, there's a
yeah,
whole other level of support that you have to be offering day to
yeah,
day as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, and to be fair, there is a lot of like social workers, they do a great job. The healthcare professionals, they do a great job. So normally, like the whole social care industry, they do a massive job where they put up a profile of the child, and you got, it's a multidisciplinary support, and you find out you got the school, the teachers,
Yeah,
they do a massive support. They put in their plan in there, their care plan. So, and then all you have to do is make sure you're familiar with it. You read everything so that you know what the best support strategies for that child, and you don't trigger them. If you read and they say, right, that child doesn't like anyone wearing a red t-shirt, so you make sure that, whenever I come to work, I don't wear a red t-shirt. That's your job, to make sure that you're not, triggering that child, or causing anything that might make them feel distressed or anything like that. So it's good to sort of like be familiar with their support plan and their profile and everything. So yeah,
hmm,
I know, I used to love it. Yeah, it's quite a complex, like I said, like that.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, and then obviously you do the fun part. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
and that's always good. I suppose that's
yeah,
almost gives you a little bit of respite from the heavy stuff, is to be able to go and be a kid
yeah.
with the kids and enjoy
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
to see
Go,
them
yeah,
happy.
yeah, yeah, go watch the movies with them and
Yeah,
all of that. That's the fun bit,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you think it's something that you'd ever go back to?
I would, yeah, I would. It's something I wouldn't mind doing it, maybe on a different role, capacity, rather than the actual frontline residential support work I used to do. So, but probably maybe on a different role, I'll probably do it again. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, because I find it's very rewarding.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah, very rewarding. Yeah, because there's obviously multiple. There's fostering. You can do fostering. You can do just respite, where you can just so I could do that as well. I could go back and just do like a respite where 2 hours of your week you just dedicate it to just be the constant friend to that child, because sometimes as you can imagine, in the industry, they have different, people that are coming and going,
Yeah, yeah,
and so they might build that positive relationship with an adult, and then next thing, the adult changes jobs, they're now working somewhere else. So then someone else comes. So that consistent care,
yeah,
sometimes it might be, yeah. And so yeah, so sometimes there's multiple ways, obviously, that the industry is trying to do to try and support this kid. So you could be that constant friend that you could just 2 hours of your week, or 1 hour each week, or a month, however, based on your capacity, 1 hour each month, you can just make sure that you touch base with that,
hmm.
and then just say, hi, how are you doing, and that's it. So yeah,
Some
so
stability, isn't it?
yeah, stability. So, or you could, volunteer in whatever capacity. You could do fostering, you could do even donations, anything like that. Support charities that support children in care and
Hmm.
everything. So yeah, there's multiple ways you can get involved, and yes, I would definitely go back, but on what capacity? That's the thing. I'm not sure yet. So,
Hmm. Let's just
Yeah.
focus on the PhD first.
Yeah.
Get that done.
Yeah.
You've
Let's
got
get the PhD.
more than enough
Yeah.
work on your plate at the moment with that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to finish off, because Recap is all about embracing everyone and making everyone feel at home and part of a supportive community, I do ask all guests to have a think of a piece of advice or an empowering message to give the listeners to help share that love and support. So, if you could say just one thing to even just one person, what would you like to say?
I would say to them, so Shingi is the short version of my full name, which is Shingirai, and what it means is perseverance.
Oh,
Yeah, so what I always tell everybody is keep persevering, don't give up. Seasons change, you know, what you're going through now, it will pass and better days are coming. So just keep persevering, keep going, don't give up.
no, I love that. That's a really lovely message, and I love that it's linked with your name as well. I didn't know that your
Yeah,
name meant that, so that's really
yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Brilliant. Shingi, thank you so much for coming on and talking today. Your project sounds amazing and really, really valuable to society. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it unfolds and seeing you at graduation at the end. Throwing that hat up, although I don't think we're allowed to do
Yeah,
that anymore.
yeah.
But it would be great to have you back on in a few years' time to tell us
Yeah.
how it all came together at the end and the outcome of it. And I'm sure this won't be the last that we hear of your research as well. So thank you so much for your time today.
No, no, thank you. Thanks to you for the invite and all the best with what you're doing. It's amazing.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.